So for the Dallas Cowboys, I really do believe it's time to panic. If you're a Cowboys fan, your team has just fallen to 3-5. Dak Prescott, his performances are not, inspiring any sort of confidence, to say the least. The defense is atrocious. This is one of the worst defenses in the NFL. A bottom 10 defense, that's for sure. The coaching is bad. The play calling is bad. Everything on this team is bad. Just sort of the whole vibe surrounding this team seems to be very negative right now. And you could, just scapegoat one person. You could say, oh, it's the coach. You could say, oh, it's the defense. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's Dak Prescott not playing good at the quarterback position, not playing well enough to stay in games and be competitive and win football games. Those are all valid concerns, but it all goes back to Jerry Jones and the old fucking ownership of the Dallas Cowboys. Nothing ever changes. No moves are ever made. This team has stayed the same for years on end. And we're seeing the end result of that. A team that is not ready to compete for a Super Bowl. A team that's not even close to being ready to compete for a Super Bowl. You want to know why they're not competitive and they're not in the playoff race currently? Because they stick with the same old fucking dudes that aren't even good. And they don't make any changes. They lend them a free starting spot. Never bring in any competition for them. And here we go. This is, once again, the end result of this whole experiment of Jerry Jones not making any moves in the draft, not trading up in the draft, not trying to go out and get a big marquee, signing in the free agency pool, not trying to get established players that will help the team win, or try to draft good young players that have potential to be a good player in the NFL. They don't draft well. They don't sign anybody. Their schemes are outdated. Their play calling on offense is atrocious. Also, the defensive play calling is terrible as well. There's nothing good about the Dallas Cowboys right now, to say the very least. Saying that it's not going well would honestly be a very, very, very good compliment for them, because it's been a complete fucking train wreck. This has been a disaster of a season for the Cowboys. They now sit at a 3-5 record, so that means they would need to rattle off 3 straight wins to be above 500. And for this team, with a non-existent defense and an inconsistent at best offense, that is damn near impossible. I haven't even really looked at the remainder of the schedule, but you know that their next 3 games are going to probably be competitive because of how bad every aspect of their team is. They don't have a quarterback that's reliable in the clutch, a quarterback that can perform consistently at a high level. They don't have a defense that can really stop anybody. It's shambles. They don't have a running back. They have Rico Dowdle. They have whatever the other guy, Ezekiel Elliott, and they have, once again, Deuce Vaughn, who I don't even know if he's active, but Deuce Vaughn is 5'5". He's a fucking midget. He has no capability of an NFL player. And they're trotting these old guys out there that have lost a step, or these guys who, these young guys who have either proven nothing or proven that they're not a good player in the NFL. They're trotting them out there and expecting them to succeed because they're the Dallas Cowboys. They're wearing the damn blue star on their helmet. That's not how it works. Just because you're a Dallas Cowboy doesn't mean you're a good player. Jerry Jones needs to understand this. He needs to urge the front. He needs to get some urgency with this team, because every time those changes will be made, this will happen, that will happen. We will make changes to this team and we will be good. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The guy, it's like same song and same dance every fucking year. And Cowboys fans get their expectation and hopes up every year just to be disappointed every single fucking time. And once again, it's the same routine. It's the same routine every single fucking time. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you got to be sick and tired of it. You have to be sick and tired of it, because you have been putting up with this the entire Dak Prescott era. And you're just begging for it to stop. You're really begging for it to end. And I think they need to pull the plug on Dak Prescott. They need to trade him next season for some draft picks. I don't know what team is stupid enough to trade for that fucking contract. But a team that's stupid enough, you need to try. I don't care if you get 2 7th rounders and a 5th rounder and a cream puff. I don't care what you get. You need to get something for Dak Prescott. If it's 2 5th rounders and a 6th rounder in 2028, just do it. Like, honestly, if they're giving you 3 late round draft picks and a practice squad player, fucking do it. Because that's the best you're going to get for Dak Prescott. I would not trade any pick above the 4th round for Dak Prescott, because he's not going to give me a high level of play consistently. They've got to move on from Dak Prescott. They've got to move on from McCarthy. He's a fucking horrible coach. The guy is awful. He has no situational awareness of any sort of tough game situation, or really doesn't really know how to manage the clock either. He's not cut out to be a head coach for a team that gets as much publicity as the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe he can be the coach of Carolina, maybe he can be the coach of Arizona, maybe he can be the coach of some shitty fledgling team, the fucking Browns, a team that no one gives a shit about, but a team that is as, quote unquote prestigious and luxurious as the Dallas Cowboys need a coach that is reliable in big games and in big moments. McCarthy's not the guy. He's proven that time and time again he's not the guy. And once again, sticking with this core of players is the worst thing that the Cowboys could have done, because they're accomplishing absolutely fuck all. They're doing nothing. They're going backwards. You think, a team is supposed to go forwards. They're supposed to be on the up and up, on the come up in the league. They're on the downtrend. And when you're on the downtrend as an aging team with aging players all over the fucking field, you're only getting worse. You're going to keep getting worse. If they trot out the same group of players next season, they might not win 3 games. They'll be lucky to win 7 games this year. If they win 7 games this year, I will honestly be a bit surprised. I won't be too surprised because they have some decent pieces, nothing too crazy. But at the end of the day, this team has been absolute dog shit on every side of the ball. You could say it's not really the offense's fault. You could say that the defense is on the field sometimes a bit too much. But regardless of any of that, they're just not playing well. Coach is not doing well. Front office, not doing well, not making any moves. Jerry Jones got to make some sort of decision. Some sort of big career decision. It's either you sell the fucking team or you get some urgency and go in actual win now mode. Not, we're going to add some pieces in the offseason. And you add 33-year-old players that are scrubs and washed up. Or you add players that are practice squad players. And you draft players and you overdraft players based on some stupid arbitrary thing that really makes no sense in the grand scheme of things. That's how the Cowboys have been drafting. Mozzie Smith, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, from Michigan, defensive tackle, horrible. He's a terrible fucking player. The guy wouldn't be on any other team. He fucking sucks. And there's other players they've drafted the past 5 years that are horrible, that aren't even on the team anymore. That literally aren't even on their roster anymore. They're so bad, some of them aren't even in the fucking league. They're one of the worst drafting teams of the past 5 years. It's really bad for them. And it will only continue to get worse. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.